Well, it's the end of Monday. So right off the bat on the front here, I was able to get this corner piece trimmed and put the corner on. I still do have to go through with screws and do the top edge and the bottom edge on a handful of sides. Coming over to this side, we started to get the steel on the outside over here. We ran short, all because I butchered two pieces. We would have had just enough, but we ran short there and right there. But then also I found out after the fact that Jess wants to put a hatch access over here and one over here, so that when we have to divide the run between, I don't know, the meat birds when they're chicks and everybody else, we can split the run in half and have access outside for both sets of birds. So yes, but either way, I ran out for here. We have to block out the door still, and then we ran out over there. I think back here we decided, just because it's kind of dark in the space right now, we're not gonna close off up here with steel. We'll just put fencing up there as well. Might have to paint some of the 2x that were not initially treated because it was supposed to be behind steel, but oh well. And then you can see from even here, I did finish this section here. Actually, both of us did. Jess got a couple of sheets up this afternoon, and then I was able to finish the last 2 sheets in here. So in here is done. We did along the bottom edge and along the top edge. So this section here is all done. So yeah, lots of progress today. Really, the progress tomorrow, you know, for putting some fencing up, kind of depends on the weather, because right now it looks like it's supposed to storm and rain all day long. But it would be nice if it held off, because then we could easily roll out our sections all the way across these sections here and close up there, and then put our fencing on this side. And then really it's down to what I've got to do. Electrical. I still have to do all the wires for the solar panels and get all the trenching done for that. The electrical needs to get moved and shortened. This little hole right here, the flags mark where the conduit is, but it's rained so much that my hole filled back in. But I'm gonna dig down, cut up, and then bring it up, and then just pop in through the sidewall there and rerun my electrical on the inside. Obviously, everything seems smaller than what it was beforehand because it's all closed off now, but I think she's gonna put a brooding box, build it into the wall back there, and yeah, she's got the one door already that she worked on there. She's gonna build a door right here. But yeah, we are getting very, very close. We're getting down to the fine details now, outside of, you know, fencing really. So yeah, I'm really hoping that we can get to the point to where we're basically done this weekend. I mean, obviously I'm not going to get done with the electrical by this weekend, and I'm not going to be done with the solar by this weekend, but at least being done with the structure will allow me to focus on that electrical aspect and focus on that solar, get those wires and stuff run, because I've got a handful of other solar projects as well that have to get taken care of. So yeah, looks very, very different. Well, it's the end of the day, Thursday. Spent a little bit of time out here working on some stuff. I have a visitor right now. She keeps coming out here for all the pears underneath the trees. And every time I step in the barn, she comes closer, and then she walks away when I walk back out. It's like, I'm still working out here. Yes, you. Anyways, so I went through and finished screwing in a lot of the missing screws on the white steel. I had to do a lot of the top edges and then the very bottom edges as well. So I got that taken care of. Ian and Avery got this hole dug up in the conduit exposed yesterday for me. So tonight I was able to get the 90, the expansion fitting, and then the LB put on and get the wire all run through the conduit. So now it's all inside and all I have to do is finish wiring things up from the inside, but it's connected back to the barn again. So once I get everything done in here, we'll have power back out here. And then yesterday Jess picked up that last 8-foot section of steel so we could finish up this piece here as well as this piece right here on the end. So from the steel standpoint, at least the white steel standpoint, this is all done. The only thing that I have left to do is to finish up these front corner pieces and then replace that ridge cap and make it snug. I know Jess is looking at actually trimming out all the doorways with maybe some flashing, but that's gonna be nothing, you know, just trying to keep even these ones in here, just trying to keep it smooth so that nothing falls down in the cracks and all that kind of stuff. I suggested just flex sealing it all because I have half a gallon left. She didn't like that idea for some reason. I said it'll all be white, it'll all match. But yeah, she's looking at just putting flashing on the inside, which is fine. I think the biggest problem that we have to deal with, oh, looks like she actually started messing with it over here just to see. So yeah, we'll do something like that just to trim it out, keep the rain from hitting the wood and everything. Just trim out the whole thing. But that'll make it nice from this standpoint, being able to easily sweep stuff out. So kind of feels like I didn't do much today. I mean, I've been out here since 5:30, but cutting all those little corners with the steel is a pain in the butt. It just takes time. And then digging and messing with the PVC always takes a little bit of extra time too. I think I broke 2 drill bits trying to drill through the steel, but I intentionally wanted to drill through the steel and then go in through one of the girts just to give it some rigidity. And then I'll put a pipe clamp down low once I pick one up. But I mean, we're getting close. We're getting real close to being able to, you know, put the ducks and everything back in here. And I think I mentioned it before, but we're looking to get meat birds here shortly. So we really have to get the brooder built in here fast because they're going to stop selling meat birds here shortly. So another night done. We'll see where we get tomorrow night. Well, it's the end of Friday. I didn't really do much from the actual coop standpoint tonight, but Jess was working on trying to trim out some of these little hatches. She doesn't like how this turned out because she forgot about the little overhangs, so she's going to actually fix this. But it gives you the idea of what it's going to look like. And if I crawl in on this side, so yeah, she trimmed out with the flashing. She'll caulk the edges so that it's just a nice clean transition, and we'll do that on the coop doors and the actual people door going into the coop where the steel applies. And then coming over here, this is what I was working on tonight. So I was trenching the line for the solar panels. So we've got the conduit that sticks up there. I got to finish that up over on that side. And then we put the combiner box over here. This isn't done yet either because I still have to run the line down in the conduit, the pull line down in the conduit, but it gives you an idea of what the plan is. So bring the, I actually ended up moving it over. Originally I was going to put it closer to the door just so I would have less line to run, but it looks better and it was a whole lot easier because it just comes straight up from the same trench. So we'll bring the PV lines down and up, go under the soffit, and then into the run area. But another night and a little bit more progress. So tomorrow we've got all day to actually see. It's supposed to be beautiful tomorrow. I think low 70s. So I'm gonna try and get up on the roof and finish some stuff on the roof tomorrow, and then see if I can get the PV line pulled through that conduit. Maybe, we'll see. Oh, Jess did get the flashing down here on the sill plate. It's not gonna be pulling the J channel away anymore when we step on it, because I know that's been an issue. But yeah, so far so good. And we've got more progress, so I'll be very interested to see how far we can get on a full Saturday. Jess is putting that new access panel to use already. Cleaning out that coop so that we can work on putting the walls back together on the inside. So much nicer than trying to carry buckets in and out of the tiny door.
I can breathe in here for the first time while cleaning it out. It might have something to do with the extra open air, but it's definitely nice to be able to just shove it through the little hole and not have to bag it all up and traipse it out back, so yay.